This is the 13th installment of my playthrough and translation of Daikaijū Monogatari. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, I'm playing this JRPG classic on the Super Famicom in its original Japanese form. I'm translating any text we come across by transcribing the original text, showing hiragana characters in white, katakana characters in brown, and kanji characters in blue. Then I add a phonetic translation, a literal word-for-word translation, and finally an interpreted English translation as part of my quest to learn Japanese, and hopefully some helpful shortcuts for others also seeking to learn. At this point in the game, we're on the Lost Continent, and have just recovered the 2 spells that will open the Valley of Eternity, where we can get the Aura Ball, and with it, hopefully the power to defeat Gabfar and foil his ambitions to conquer the world. You may notice I've got the basic battles in fast motion just to really shorten the playtime of this video with those battles, especially as we get into these final dungeons. It takes forever, and it gets pretty repetitive. So if it's a key battle with bosses or something, we'll watch that in real time, but otherwise we'll try to keep it pretty quick. So here it looks like we've caught up with the Gabfar's forces that had followed me down onto the Lost Continent. And they are not having a good time trying to get into the Valley of Eternity. Clearly they didn't get the instructions on how to get the spells. Now I think it's too late for them. I'm going to kick his butt. If you saw video 12, those minions are not doing much anymore because I took them out, obviously. Queen Auntie. Apparently I did not plan ahead to have my guys in good shape for the start of this fight. So I guess I better heal up a little. One nice thing about this game is if you do any heal spells, you always go first. So you don't have to worry about somebody taking you out while you're trying to heal. Ooh, and down goes Magi. Not exactly atypical though. It's pretty much a glass jar. I much prefer having Killer in the team, but all those dudes in the temple kept switching my team out on me and putting him back in, and that was really annoying. And I haven't been back to Dorado City to reset. I think after this, I should be pretty much ready to get Poyon as well, so I can round out my team with the original Shell Beasts. I haven't actually played Kaiju Monogatari yet. I recently picked it up, so I'll have to work on that maybe when I'm done this. This is actually, as far as I know, a 3-part game series. Kaiju Monogatari, Daikaijū Monogatari, and then Daikaijū Monogatari number 2. So, in true to form, I started in the middle. So I don't really know the origin of all the Shell Beast characters that we have in this game. This guy likes to take a little bit of a beating. Kind of fun to just spam him with all my dragons, though. It's at least nice that they work. Some of the bosses especially the Daikaijū and all them tend to be pretty immune to magic, so the dragons aren't very helpful. Oh, Magi, down again. Can't keep that guy alive. Definitely doesn't like red dragon very much. Dig that. Oh, and boom, he's gone. Ooh, 15,000. That's a good amount of points. I don't know why the golden points have gone so far askew. They used to be kind of balanced. Frustrating indeed, but don't worry. You don't have to be frustrated for long. Gaia-meru. Gaia-mail. Alright, so the Spell of Gads. Yeah, you have to kind of look at it in the inventory to get the proper spelling for it. Down, down, down we go. There we go. So that is what I have to enter. Supruruba. Ora. All right, let's put that in then, shall we? Gerar Buddha Ora. That's the Gad spell. Superuba was the Barnos one. All right. One down. Woo-hoo. Superuruba Ura. Jumon Chiku. Okay. Alright. Both of them are up. And the door opens. Finally, we get to enter the Valley of Eternity. Seems like another little dungeon. See some treasure chests back there. There's surely a way to get at them with all the fake walls and stuff that we've been seeing everywhere. No, there's a way in there somewhere. See what's in this lower level. More stairs down, down, down. I love that when a character gets knocked out, the next battle they start with 1 HP, so you don't have to worry about necessarily spending a lot of revive potions and things. Ooh. Somehow the downstairs that were downstairs led me back to the upstairs where these 3 treasure chests were. I like it. Or a shield, that sounds useful. Aura armor. Guess it's good to have a set. Get everybody all equipped with the latest and greatest. Oh my god, no wonder Maggie was dying every 5 seconds. Forgot that he gets all his equipment stripped out every time they get swapped. Gaina shield. Interesting. Gaia armor and a Gaina shield. Well, this wasn't a long dungeon, but it looks like we met the Aura Dragon, who is holding the Aura Ball. I'm sure he'll just hand it over, though, now that I've made it all this way, without any further fuss and bother. See if my dragons are any use here. That was disappointing. That one was definitely worthwhile. And disappointing again. Doesn't look like the elemental attacks are doing me any favors here. This guy is very tough. And nothing other than Big Dragon Shell seems to be really hitting him hard. Wish I didn't keep just running out of magic. think this is officially the longest boss fight ever. This guy's like invincible. Kind of reminds me of Breath of Fire, that frog boss that you encounter fairly early. If you remember that game, when the boss's HP meter runs out, then they have this whole like secret life meter, and that one was longer than the one you could see, and I was convinced for the longest time that he was just invincible and there was some secret trick. And it turned out, nope. Oh, look at that. He's finally down. 50,000 points. Even 3,000 pearls. That must be an official. Or a mantle, so I'm getting even more of an armor set. Of course, after that, there's going to be some level ups. Thank you, thank you. Well, if he knew I was going to win, honestly, what was that all about? He even knows about Gabfar, so it's not like the urgency here should have been that necessary. Woohoo! So the little robot ball that was following me around forever looks a lot like an ore ball. I can see why Shelby's Hermit was confused. Now that I have that, and it looks like I can go and upgrade my love sword yet again. So I've got all kinds of things to do now as I get myself ready for endgame and visit Gabfar in his lair to have a little chat about what he's been up to. Love getting approval from the Great Gnome. All right, Magi, I think you can go away. You've done your duty. I'd rather have a killer back. Much better. Alright, having just been through this with Magi, I think I want to make sure that Killer is not unequipped, because that's just irritating. Alright, everybody's got the latest and greatest. Now let's go and upgrade that love sword. I think it's in cancer mode right now. Let's see how far I can take it. Scorpio form. Okay. Quietly poisons. Sounds nice. Alright. Those who are eagle-eyes might have noticed a little jump there, because I had forgotten about the fact that I was probably ready for a few upgrades and wandered off, and then wandered back. So rather than watch pointless wandering, I just came back, and we can continue this upgrading. Leo form! Okay. Leo. Power of the king of the animals. So I guess I don't have poisoning anymore. Not sure what the power of the king of the animals does. But just see him again. Clearly I wasn't keeping up with these upgrades. Corona Blade! Woohoo! This Power of the Sun. That does sound pretty good. Power is just oozing out of me now. Alright. And now, on the quest for Poyon, there's this weird combination of things that have to happen. So we've got to have the bar, because we know he likes to eat the scraps behind the bar, and we've kind of seen that before. But you also have to have a house, and it has to be the right kind of house. And I honestly don't know what sort of clues there were. I had to kind of cheat online to find how to do this, because I would never have come up with this on my own. Let's make it happen. So nice to have my own house to sleep in. Nobody charging me money. And look at that! There's a green guy up there. Is it him? Is it Poyon? Have I finally found him? Oh, he says it's him. He knows Babu. He knows Goopy Goopy. And they seem to think it's him too. Okay, fine. This means I've now completed my party. Goyon's actually a pretty good fighter. Doesn't have a ton of equipment, but he packs a punch, and he's actually pretty good defense-wise too. Kind of the opposite of Magi. But because my party's full, he's gone away. So again, people may notice if they're really paying attention that some stuff seems a little funky here. And I did kind of rearrange the gameplay video a little bit to make it more logical. So I kind of was going back and forth between this Poyon thing and the Love Sword upgrade thing. And I just consolidated it all to make it a little more watchable. But you get the picture. Didn't miss anything. Again, just trying to make things a little more efficient. Like that, I can go and see how Robato's done with the upgrades to my submarine. Or my Sensuikan. I like that. Just finished. Glad everybody's so excited about this Aura Ball. I want to get on the sub. Meteorite Z, or Insekine C. What a name, huh? This is going to be a gag forever, where they're like trying to name this thing, because nobody seems to like any of the names. Hard Unlimited X. Daikaijū X. Blue still doesn't like having his name misstated the whole time. And he's got his own little name suggestion, of course. They do like to beat around the bush in this game. What is it already? Named after ... What a mess of letters that is. Korettecho ketai! No? Maybe something else? Keep workshopping it. Dr. Deep is always so understanding with Pipu's contributions. Alright, now we can go and explore those deep areas of the ocean that we hadn't been able to visit yet. Since we've ruled out everywhere else for Gavhar's base, that's gotta be where it is. Hard iron, eh? Nope. I think we're good. You guys can keep debating. Well, I go elsewhere. So peaceful, just exploring. I gotta remember where these deep caverns are. Here we go. Open ocean. That's always a good start. Oh, there's 2 deep sea cavern areas. Not sure which one we need. Have I gotten lost? Sometimes just need a little bit of orientation. Where is this? The wind cave. I've already been to the wind cave. And it is thoroughly looted. But again, I guess that helps me know where I am now. Here we go. The deep sea. Alright. Ooh, it's darker down here. Here's the little cave. There's a gimme. Aura axe, okay. Everything's an aura these days. Okay, except for the holy rod, guess. Sort of aura-like, though. Laser gun? I wonder who gets to use that. I have not bothered to use several of the characters, as you may have noticed in the Hero's Mansion, with so many of them at level 1. Kind of looked like a cave, but apparently it's not. Not too many places to go in here, as far as I can tell. Little hole in the floor. Let's see what's down here. More treasure. A holy drop? Okay. Not totally sure what that one does. A Brillance. Well, I know I'm not using that guy. Ooh. Anybody who watched video number 1 will remember this right from the epilogue of the game. The prologue. Meteorite comes smashing down in the ocean, creates a huge tsunami tidal wave, and we see it descend into the bottom just like so. So this is Gabfar's original spaceship. And here's old Guju. Apparently they've noticed my presence. Apparently Gabfar's still a little miffed that Guju did not finish the job back at the biobase. But it seems like Guju is still pretty gung-ho about doing it right. And there you go. Guju, my daughter, prepare to serve my sons that aren't even born yet. Very inspirational. What everyone wants to hear. So with that, I don't know if I really want to tackle this just yet. I think there's a bit more cleanup I can do. A few more things to make sure I accomplish. So let me head back and wrap up a few things, and then we'll hit the base for real. I haven't really spent much time flying around and exploring the world. Here's Great Gnome's house. Storm Mountain. But I know there's a few places I haven't been. There's several side quests I could do. I don't know if I'm going to really do them all. This isn't intended to be a completionist's playthrough. This is much more about learning some Japanese and doing some dialogue and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, definitely got to explore when we see places. So here's Dima's Island. I believe this is where Tokyo is from. Haven't really seen much of her backstory, so maybe we'll get a little glimpse of it here. A lot of these areas have little cutscene, for the different characters and their pasts and how they came to join the fight in Sandside with Mr. Ibrata. Dima the Weather Magician, which I guess is what Tokyo is as well. Or like Nami in One Piece. But apparently there's not too much going on here. For some reason that didn't trigger it. I guess I'd have to bring her here to make something happen. And I suppose I could. But like I said, I'm not really looking to complete every side quest. I'm pretty much winding towards getting through the boss battle and wrapping it up. If you've been watching, it's probably been playing this game for almost 2 years, trying to get to this point. These translations take quite a while because I am not that good at it yet. It's getting faster than it used to. So here's another spot I have not seen before. Where are we now? Little Heaven. That's definitely new. An evil monk called Kyle. Kairu, I think I beat him already, didn't I? No, I honestly can't remember. Definitely fought with him when he tried to trick me back at the waterfall cave. So very long ago. Probably video 2 or 3. A vacant church with an evil monk. Sounds like another side quest. No soul. So I guess we heard about this Kyle guy sucking people's souls out. Probably something I'm supposed to intervene on. Quite a lot of graves here too, so doesn't look like a town that has been having an easy time of things lately. And apparently this is where Linda's from, of course. She was one of my healers on the team early on before I bumped her out when I had other characters like Killer and Koopy Koopy. This is starting to feel like an intro to some more backstory. Alright, cutscene. Let's watch. This reminds me of the beginning of Dragon Quest II. Go hide! We're being attacked! Save yourself! Oto-san! Oka-san! What will happen if I go hide? Doesn't seem like they want to debate very much. Just go! She just disappears in the corner. So apparently it's a very secret basement. Probably useful when there's an invasion coming. Ooh, it's good old Douglas. We haven't seen him since I cut his head off. That's it? You just want my only daughter? Well, sure. Glad to oblige. Didn't know Linda was so important that Douglas wanted to kidnap her. I honestly don't remember her even really being that aware of Douglas in any specific way when we were taking him down. I think she was even in my team at the time. Maybe I'd had killer by then? I lose track of things. I don't think I had Goopy though, so I would have had to have her because she was my healer. Oh, memories. I think I've still got Douglas's 4 key in my inventory because you can't really get rid of stuff like that. Poor Oto-san. Oka-san is sad now. Open a church in heaven. That's a great line. Yaro domo. I think that meant you louts. I think my understanding is Yaro isn't a very nice way to say you. If I recall, Douglas wasn't exactly into being polite with his minions. But look at them searching all over the church. Under every pew, in every corner. But we cannot find her. Maybe she got away. She's already in some long, faraway place. Maybe Sunside. I don't know. Oh well. Time to give up. Let's go. And Linda's back, seeing the crumpled remains of her father and her mother. Devastating. Onagai, I beg you. Meo acte Open your eyes. Moichido, one more time. And now, the town and the survivors have come together. Linda is letting them know that Douglas is going down. She will fight. People of Little Heaven don't seem to want her to go, but they're not going to stop her if she's made up her mind. Minasan, everybody. Kind of choked up, trying to get that out. But with that, we now know Linda's motivation as she cools her heels in the Hero's Mansion, because I don't have any use for her anymore. I like to play with my shell beasts. And they really, really want me to defeat Kyle, but I'm assuming I have to bring Linda back into my party to do it. I just don't really want to go over leveling up characters. I think I have a couple more charges that the Great Gnome can level up, but I think everybody that I would use is past that level 40 that he can do. Ooh, Special Grave. Ballard Priest. And his wife, Shell Nelly. It's definitely a weird name. They like to stick with the theme. Yeah, if I can't go in and kick his butt, I'm not going to quest right now. I think it's high time I pay Gabfar's lair a visit. And see what damage I can do down there. Polion, love the smell of fish. Kind of like Happy in Fairy Tale. Macaro, omelette, tempura. That was probably a deep cut, but if you're a Fairy Tale fan, you'll get it. And here is the deep sea, once again. It doesn't matter where I choose my descent from, or maybe it does. I don't know. But here it is. Let's get inside. The enemies in here are kind of weird. Most of them, like, you don't really do any damage to them at first until something happens, and then suddenly they start taking damage and die. But this level also has a thing with certain enemies. If it takes too long to beat them, they kind of go into this weird security mode, and then you get booted out back into the ocean, which is super frustrating because this level actually takes a really long time to go through. You get to have the pleasure of watching these battles in fast motion, but even in fast motion, they're taking a while because they are really quite endless. But they do provide a lot of experience, so keep leveling up, getting more powerful. I do like the fact in this game when you level up, it does also refill all of your health and magic and stuff, so kind of keeps me from having to worry about needing to recharge and get out of here or anything. After a few levels up, these do tend to go a little faster too, which is nice. But some of these battles were like 3 minutes long in its original play speed. There we go. Finally broke through all the zeros. Red shoes. I'm guessing those are the next upgrade after the wing boots. So an interesting thing about this layer is that it has 3 parts to it. So you've got the front door that I just came in, but each side also has a door, and they aren't really connected in between, so you kind of have to do all 3, and you need to do them in the right order, or else you'll just sort of hit a certain point that you can't progress further. So this one, I am needing to get an item that will allow me to make it through some security doors in the next section. So that is what I'm working on. Vitamin all. It's kind of pedestrian at this point, but sure. A little bit more leveling. checkered metal. Good thing I got that, because that's another item that is needed to progress past a certain point, even in this section. Not that I knew that at the time I got it. Just thought it might be some little weird accessory for some reason. This floor is deceptively big. Seems to just keep going, and there's treasure chests all over the place. The again drops are nice. They kind of just completely bring a guy back, even if they're completely down. And I've never found them in stores. Battles are starting to get a little quicker now that I've got my levels up a little further. But at the same time, they still keep wiping me out pretty fast too. typo there. That was supposed to be all cure water. See, this thing just snakes on and on and on and on. Save point there that don't really need to worry about right now. Here is where I can use the checkered metal. And there goes the door, wide open. And more monsters. Always more monsters. Oop, and weird cocoons that explode within Egg Warrior. It's pretty anticlimactic. He didn't put up much of a fight. I guess they're newborns? And plentiful ones. Now we have a guy. Dr. Nova! A senior official in Gabfar's Secret Service. Ooh, we have Gabfar's kids. Apparently he doesn't want me hassling the kids. See how he does against dragons. Oh, and he brings a crazy weapon thing, so that's fun. Take that. And that. And now I'm ready to hit him even harder next time. Or apparently they're just super pushovery, even though 35,000 points. That's a lot. And the enemy dropped a laser weapon. And he doesn't seem like he's very happy about that defeat. But what's he going to do about it? And here we have Gabfar's baby boy. And apparently we're going to take him on as a freshly hatched Gabfar prince. This guy's starting to feel like the Aura Dragon. Thought a fresh hatchling maybe wouldn't be quite so resilient. I guess I'll just keep hacking and slashing away. I do like that Babu gets lucky shots pretty much every single hit. I like that there's now no damage happening from some of these dragon attacks. They seem like they were doing okay in the first couple rounds. Clearly, whatever happened, dragons are over. He's somehow become immune, so I'm going to have to just hack and slash the old-fashioned way, because the weapons are still working. Even if they're not taking big bites out. And lots of lucky shots. Oh, well, that worked. Okay, he's done. 30,000. I'll take it. Ooh, and the prince's tail. There we go. That was the key item we needed. That's going to help us get through the next area. And since he's gone, now Gabfar has no heir. Sure, he'll get very emotional about it. And then that's just about it. I'll leave it here. And we'll do the final video on the next round. But remember to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. And look forward to wrapping this up in, I guess, part 14. I think that'll be the final installment. Very excited about that. And keep watching.